Yeah, I think you get the idea. That was heavier than I thought. Hey guys! No, I haven't uploaded as much on here. I've actually got a pretty big video series coming up. And I thought I'd just make like a quick little filler video basically to wrap up the year with. Cartoon Network and DVD. I'm a massive DVD collector. I talked about it a bit in my regular show video, but I was like, why not look at all the Cartoon Network releases? Considering compared to Nick and Disney, I have a lot more Cartoon Network in my collection. Don't worry though, you're going to be getting a big, proper review, hopefully in January. It is a show that aired on Cartoon Network, but it's not a Cartoon Network show. I've already talked about it before. That probably gives it away. But just get ready to jump up and kick back by January. By the way, let's look at all 17 of the Cartoon Network original releases. So stuff like Justice League or Lego shows or Looney Tunes won't be here. So keep in mind this is just everything like made under Cartoon Network like this or this. Okay, so let's start not at the very beginning because I don't have Dexter's Lab set yet, but the oldest Cartoon Network show I own, Powerpuff Girls, the complete series. This is a fantastic compilation here of every episode of Powerpuff Girls. You get all of the 136, I believe, of the main show, plus the Christmas special, Flight to Remember, the Powerpuff Girls Rule special, which is the 10th anniversary, and a good amount of behind-the-scenes stuff. This is honestly, probably my favorite Cartoon Network set. And fun fact, Powerpuff Girls, I'm 98% confident Powerpuff Girls was the first Cartoon Network show I ever watched. But if it's not, it was the show that got me really interested in the network, because before this, it was mostly just PBS I was watching. And when you start getting into Nick, Disney, Cartoon Network, you'll always find that one show you're really into. And Powerpuff Girls was that for me with Cartoon Network. Love Powerpuff Girls. It gave me my obsession with superheroes, as you can tell by this channel. This is what you gotta thank for me making Jane the Shadow Chick. Now let's move on to other 90s hit Cartoon Network show, Ed and Eddy, the incomplete series set. People were complaining about that Ben 10 set lately, but did they forget that Warner had already screwed over fans of another Cartoon Network series? Come on. This is missing 3 episodes, plus the TV movie Big Picture Show. That is so dumb, and I am so mad that this never got fixed. I'm so glad I got this at $15. I got this at a huge discount at a Walmart a while ago. If I got this back when it came out for $70, I'd be so mad that I didn't even get the whole show. Seriously, Warner, release the other episodes. Actually, one of them is released. We'll get to that, though. And then, the only other 90s show I have a complete series set for, Courage the Cowardly Dog. Absolute classic. Love the show. Gotta say, this is the perfect 7 out of 10 set. You get every episode, and that's it. No extras, no anything. That's fine, though. I think Courage might be... I think it's still on HBO Max. It's probably one of 2 Cartoon Network shows you can still watch on it, but... who knows how long that's going to be. So, if you really like Courage the Cowardly Dog, in fact, like any of these shows, you probably should get it. And here's that set I was talking about. Cartoon Network's Christmas Rocks. This has the episode Jingle Jingle Jangle of Ed and Eddy here. Not the complete series set, though. I'm just saying. Oh, and when it comes to some of the other shows on here, I Am Weasel, I don't think has had that episode. I don't know for sure. Johnny Bravo's 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, again, I think hasn't been on anything else. And actually, some of the rest of these I think have been released, but still, it's cheap and it's a good Christmas set. I like it. Okay. Now moving on to my favorite Cartoon Network show. Let's look at, first off, seasons 1 through 4 on Blu-ray of Adventure Time. Love Adventure Time a lot. Had to get the Blu-ray treatment. I don't have 5 and 6 yet, but I do plan to get those. And we also, I got this recently, complete series set. Finally have the whole show. Wish it was a Blu-ray so that I could watch it all in HD, because, it's my favorite show. But Adventure Time does have the better series set than regular show, which we'll get back to with that. Good amount of extras. Again, you want Adventure Time, you probably should get this, It's on HBO Max, and to be fair, it's still getting content, so it's probably the only Cartoon Network show I can say is safe, but never know for sure. Speaking of things on HBO Max, Adventure Time Distant Lands. I'm shocked they even released this in retrospect, but yeah, here it is. It's just the 4 episodes. It even opens up with like the HBO Max logo on like every episode, which I find weird. But I'm glad it got a release at all. Moving on, we got regular show seasons 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. I do have the series set, obviously, but I'm keeping this because it's a Blu-ray, it's an HD. It's also less of a hassle to pull out the discs on this compared to regular show, the complete series set. Already made a video on it if you really want my more in-depth thoughts, but quick summary, glad to have the whole show. Should have been packaged a lot better, though, because I guarantee if I open this up, like, a disc is going to fall out or something. That's really annoying. Seriously, Warner, stop. Don't use that packaging ever again. Amazing World of Gumball, the DVD. I'm shocked I don't have any more Gumball sets, because The Amazing World of Gumball is probably my most watched Cartoon Network show. Adventure Time's my favorite, but I've watched Gumball episodes, like, all the time. Like, if I need something to watch, I'll usually just pick Gumball. And this is a really cool one, actually, because I like that this is, like, mirrored to look like the DVD in the actual episode, the DVD. That was really a good touch here. A pretty solid compilation there. Plan to get the rest of them. Last complete series set I have, Steven Universe, the complete series. I love Steven Universe, what can I say? I especially really love this version of the set, where you get, like, the little book and stuff. Even if you have to deal with some of the sleeves, I'm not going to try pulling them out. Cool. If there's one thing I had to say, I wish it had more extras, because it has, like, the bonus disc, and this would make you think that this is, like, a production thing, but really, it's just, like, a bunch of shorts and the pilot and stuff like that. You do get behind-the-scenes stuff on some of the season discs, because they're reused from the first 2 season releases, but you don't get as many as I wish you could get. Still, though, good release. I don't think the movie is streaming anywhere, same with Future, so if you really like Steven Universe, you really should get that. They did a re-release that fits with, like, the Adventure Time regular show ones. I just showed off, so maybe that'd be your thing. And then my final part of the collection, the show I own that's kind of illegal, Finny Trains 1 and 2. I saw these for, like, $5 recently, and both of them, and I was like, yeah, I should probably get these. Because you can't watch them anywhere. No legal way to watch them. You can't download them. There's no digital options. They're not streaming anywhere. And I know I'm kind of advocating for physical media a lot, but for all these Cartoon Network shows, you really have to do it. But yeah, that is my entire Cartoon Network DVD collection so far. A couple Blu-rays are there too. This isn't going to be the end of this, though. I do plan to update this at some point in the future. But if you have to ask me so far what is the best one in the set, Powerpuff Girls, the complete series. This one is fantastic. If you're a big Powerpuff Girls fan, go for it. This is the one I think gives you the most amount of extras. This has a lot of, like, content. You get almost everything related to the show. The only thing you don't get is the movie and the Dance Pants special, but that came out after, so that's not a real big point. Still, great release overall. And in general, make sure to get a lot of these if you're, like, a fan of any of these shows, because you never know when they're going to be pulled off. But if you're curious what releases I plan on going for in the future, there's quite a couple I still need to get. Samurai Jack, the complete series, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, the new Ben 10 set that actually has all the episodes, and the Dexter's Lab set as well. I'll probably try to get them all, because you never know. And as for shows I really hope get set soon, I would like to see every Gumball episode released, because again, I mentioned before, that's like the one I've watched the most. I really would love to see Chowder. I think that's a very great series right there. Craig of the Creek, new show. It's one of the only few that they've actually done with 6 seasons. I love OKKO. I really want to see that get one. I think Infinity Train does deserve a proper set. I know it's probably not going to happen. And I would also really love to see The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I actually think this one's pretty likely, considering it's the only show with a season set that, like, with a season 1 DVD that doesn't have, like, a complete series set just yet, I believe. Well, besides Johnny Bravo, but there's reasons they're not re-releasing that show completely. But I hope you guys like the DVD collection. This is just a shorter video, just trying to make something quick. And I also wanted to promote the physical releases of stuff I'm really into, because, you never know when your favorite thing is going to get pulled off. So thank you all for watching. I hope you like the collection.